Major League Baseball owners approved a proposal that Commissioner Rob Manfred plans to present to players on Tuesday to a return-to-play scenario that aims to have baseball back in stadiums by early July. Sources familiar with the situation told ESPN.
Yeah, look, it's a bit between that. You mentioned LSU staff being back at work. Interesting to ask Go about kind of the protocol there and what they're doing to in this kind of new normal, right? That's another phrase that should probably be retired. But it is where we're all figuring this thing out, and it looks like plans are being laid to start to bring sports back. And yeah, honestly, an 82-game baseball season sounds in a lot of ways better than a normal length baseball season. So I hope that this all works out.
Yeah, a shortened 2020 season. Revenue would be split 50-50 between owners and players, and the return would be early July, according to the proposal that will be presented to the players today for a return-to-play scenario for Major League Baseball coming up in early July. LSU football continues to dominate on the recruiting trail. Tigers picked up a big-time commitment from talented four-star running back Corey Kiner out of Ohio. Kiner is the first commitment for LSU, the first commitment for new LSU running back Kevin Faulk, and the Tigers' 10th verbal commitment for the class of 2021. He also is the fifth pledge over the last 3 weeks. Kiner chose the LSU Tigers over Cincinnati, Florida, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Purdue, and Texas A&M. He's the number 7 running back in the country. Bo Pelini, who is LSU's defensive coordinator, was talking about what could be different when you looked at LSU's defense coming up in 2020?
You know, I've always said it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You have to be sound in what you do. Players have to be able to understand it. You have to be able to be multiple, but keep it simple so the players can understand it and execute it and play fast. And that's what we're going to try to do here. You know, I mean, it's a totally different style, you know, than we play different than I did in 2005, 6, and 7 because the game has changed. It's more spread out. It's more the issues are different. You know, you don't see as much two-back as we used to in the SEC, but you got to be able to adjust and handle whatever people are throwing at you, and I think we'll be able to do that. I think our talent level fits what we're doing defensively. It fits a 4-man front, but you know, we'll throw in some 30 fronts here and there when the situation dictates, and we'll be able to do what we have to do to win football games and play dominating defense, and that's what our goal is.
More from Pelini talking about the linebackers and what their responsibility will be.
I think as they're learning what we're doing, I think they're becoming more excited with it. And, yeah, I think they're developing an understanding of how we go about things and what our principles are, and it's a talented group. You know, we lost some good ones, but we got some really good players coming back, and we added another one in Jabril Cox from North Dakota State. He's going to be in that room too, and you know, we have some talented freshmen coming in. So I feel good about our linebacking core.
Yeah, Jabril Cox, everything I've heard is that the coach staff really likes him. I mean, you're talking about a cat who could potentially be a starter on this team, given that there's playing time up for grabs there at linebacker.
More from Pelini on LSU 60 earlier this week.
I think that the coverages will be a little bit different, and probably just some of the ways, some of the things we do are a little bit different from how they played a year ago, and I think they're starting to understand it. They're starting to understand where their help is coming from and all those types of things. But that's a talented group. They've done a heck of a job of recruiting. I love our corners, and it's a very versatile group. And then Coach Bush has a really talented group of safeties. It's where the competition to get on the field is going to be tremendous. And it's a talented group with a lot of speed and a lot of versatility, which I think is going to give us a lot of different options in how we use that group and get them on the field. And we're going to be able to match speed for speed, which is important.
I mean, speaking of recruiting, when you look at the Kiner commitments and other ones that are added to this 2021 class, look, Louisiana always has good football players, right? And this staff has done a very good job of getting the targets from Louisiana to come to LSU. When you look at this 2021 class, Jordan, do you think the national brand is strong? You got California, Texas, Mississippi, Texas, Ohio, Georgia, Florida, and you haven't even gotten into your home state talent there. So
which is loaded this year.
Yeah, and so this class is only going to get better and better, and it looks like this staff, even with COVID and everything else, they have been taking advantage of the proverbial striking while the iron is hot and branding LSU throughout the country.
LSU picked up a running back yesterday in recruiting, the number 7 running back in the country, Corey Kiner. Steve Insminger, LSU's offensive coordinator, was on with Jacques at WAFB, was speaking about the competition between the 3 backs this year.
I told those 3 running backs that you're all our starters because we're going to need all 3 of you. Each one of them brings something different to the table with Chris's physicality of running the football, with John Emery's ability to make people miss. Ty Davis has the ability to be very physical, but also make people miss and take it the distance. So, all 3 of those guys, in my mind, is a starting running back. But they're all going to contribute to us a lot this year.
Oh, Manger.
Speaking of LSU football, remember tomorrow night on the SEC Network, they will air One for the Ages, a 60-minute tribute to LSU's championship season. It will be a 1-hour behind-the-scenes cinematic look into LSU's remarkable national championship run. It'll air at 6:30 tomorrow Central Time on the SEC Network and on ESPN's digital platform, as that will be Wednesday night, a behind-the-scenes look to LSU's championship run in 2019.